LadyLucidity ASMR. Hello there, my lovelies. I'm back and recording. Today's video is a little special occasion for me because my brother is getting married. And I wanted to have some super jazzy shoes to go with my outfit. So I decided to repurpose these old work shoes. You'll notice I've taped the front part, and that's because I'm only going to be decorating the rest of the shoe and the ends here. You'll notice that it's patent material, which it can be tricky for glitter to adhere to, and this is why I have my trusty Mod Podge with me. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use for this. This is the Hemway Craft Glitter in, I believe it's holographic blue. I don't know if you can see that on my camera. Hopefully it will show up in pictures a bit better. And my extra sparkly Mod Podge. This is just like your regular glue and sealant, but it has its own sparkle inside. So it'll add extra bit of shine to my shoes. So I'm just going to show you guys, for those who've not seen it before. Let's try and get this off. So I don't know if my camera will pick this up. I don't know, can you see the little sparkly bits? Maybe not. You'll see it once it's dried. So my dress for this wedding is a royal blue colour, which is why I've gone with this really gorgeous holographic blue. I've got some paintbrushes here and my lovely glitter tray to hopefully catch most of the mess, because as you guys know, working with glitter is very messy business. So I want to keep this front band here completely glitter free if possible, so hence the tape over the front. So I'm just going to dive straight in with a basic flat brush, and the sparkle Mod Podge tends to be on the thicker side, so you might need to go easy on it. And it's as easy as that. So you just brush it on like that, and it will soak into this fabric a bit because it's not like a synthetic or a plastic. So that gives you an idea of the sparkle, and that's just the Mod Podge on its own. So this layer is specifically for sticking, so it doesn't matter particularly how neat it is, as long as you get the whole thing covered. You can obviously go back later on and touch up areas that you've missed. So it's the first time I've actually used Hemway glitter. I'm interested to see how well it works. But it's got this really big clunky lid, so let's just take that away from the microphone. There we go. And I'm being very generous here. There is no skipping on glitter. Hence why I bought a really big tub. I knew I was going to need a lot. So I'm just going to brush off the excess here very, very gently. Okay, and you'll see it just comes straight off the tape, so there's no worry about that. Okay, and you always want to shake off the excess after you do your first layer, and then it's just a case of rinse and repeat. So you want to be quite generous with your Mod Podge. Make sure you get a good even layer. It does tend to clump up a little if you're not careful, so I would definitely use a brush or even a sponge. Might be better for application, because if you get any like big globs of it, like I'm trying to smooth out here, the glitter will stick in a big clump, and you don't want that. It just looks very messy. So on camera it actually looks purple, which normally, you know me, I would love purple glitter, but it's not actually the colour that is on the final shoe. So I will take some pictures so you guys can see it in a proper light. Okay, and shake off the excess. So I do have a few tissues popped in there just to protect the inside of the shoe. Okay, so I'm going to just work along the sides here. When covering a shoe, I tend to do the top first, then the sides, and then the heel and any fastenings or straps. So this one's got a particularly long Velcro strap, and you'll see later in the video I completely cover that, making sure to avoid the actual sticky part of the Velcro. Okay, so I'm just going to work over the rest of my shoe, and I'm going to use a bigger brush, I think, for the next part underneath, and I'm trying to clean up with a dry brush as I go. So you'll see I'm just filling in some odd areas here and there. You'll see there are some gaps, so I will go back over those once the rest of the shoe is dry. But it just gives you an idea of the process. Okay, so just give it a good stir around, and we're going to go up this side first, because this is where, as you'll see, the Velcro attaches. So I don't want to go over that necessarily. I'm going to actually put my glitter around it so that it still fastens. I was a little bit worried that if I covered it in glue and glitter then the shoes wouldn't do up properly, so it doesn't matter too much because it's going to be hidden by the strap, and you'll see that at the end as well. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit touch up here and there. Okay, and then using some of the waist glitter here just to cover up those gaps. So let's try and press it into the shoe there. So it's just a case of layering it up, and you don't have to worry with Mod Podge about it drying white, because all Mod Podge dries clear. So if you want to, you can do your whole shoe. I would probably give it about an hour to dry, and then if you feel there are gaps in your shoe, you can see them much clearer because the Mod Podge will be dry. So that's my top tip. just going around that fastening area. Okay. Making sure that I just do the edges. And then it doesn't matter at this point if a bit of glitter goes in there because that part in the middle is free of glue, so it will just shake off. You'll see there was a thin area of grey underneath the shoe, and that's when I go back and do the underside, so I'm not too fussed about that at the moment. So just going to check now that it sticks, and it still does, which is good. So I'm dry brushing away the excess glitter. Just get it out of there. Okay. So now I can keep working on the outer side of my shoe, and I'm just going to shake off my tissues and have a little clean up on the inside. Okay, and then we'll take that tape off. That's it. Okay. Keep working up the back, making sure I smooth it out. So this is day 2, and you can see how extra sparkly they are. So I do need to buff the fronts a little bit because they still have some tiny bits of residue glitter, but that's fine. So this side is still drying, and you'll notice I've put this beautiful sunflower on the side. So this is part of my outfit. I've gone with a blue dress with sort of gold and yellow accessories, so I thought this would be a really nice quirky touch. These are just craft flowers. Now, because they're made of paper, I did this extra step. Once I glued them on to the actual shoe, I have covered them with a layer of the glitter Mod Podge, so they're extra sparkly, but also they are sealed from the weather. So if it rains, my shoes won't get ruined. Okay, so I just put a really big glove of the Mod Podge on there to make sure it really adheres, and then I've got my trusty clip, and I'm just going to wedge it so that will help it to dry in place. Okay, so I'm going to give that at least an hour to seal, and then I'm going to add a few layers of this on, and then that will give me the glitter effect. Now this one is still drying because it's white, but once it dries it will be clear and shiny. Obviously you can see here how shiny they look in the daylight, and if you wanted to seal yours with maybe a gloss, that would be a really nice effect. But I love my glittery shoes. I cannot wait to go strutting around at a wedding in them, so let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all very, very soon.